So Hyundai has just launched the Exter subcompact SUV in India, and to talk on it I have with me Mr. Puneet Anand from Hyundai India. First of all, congratulations on launching a brilliant product in India. If you can just explain me what exactly is Exter and why did Hyundai think of launching another SUV in India?
So actually if you see India is largely a market which is dominated by SUVs.
Right.
If you look at the last year, currently the contribution of SUVs to the Indian passenger vehicle is almost at 46%. But Hyundai has been a brand which is strongly focusing on SUV, and our contribution is 54%.
Okay.
And we are very confident that with the addition of the new segment, which is the sub 4 meter below 3980 mm, with the launch of the Hyundai Exter, our contribution to the SUV will further grow to 60%. It's a very interesting segment to be in. It's the beginning of the pack, and with the Hyundai Exter, we have redefined the consumer aspirations by giving 6 airbags as standard in across all the trims, and plus at the same time factory fitted CNG 1.2 liter trusted Kappa engine 4-cylinder. And in terms of features, it boasts of host of features which at that segment probably are unheard of. So we are going to democratize the technology even on a segment which is just at the beginning of the cusp. And that's why we are very excited, and I'm very happy to share that we are getting a very strong response from the customers since its launch on 10th of July. And we are confident that Exter will double the segment in the next year once it goes through the complete calendar year operation.
Now, Hyundai has been a pioneer of SUVs in India. We have seen cars like Venue, Creta, Tucson. So, in that sense, Hyundai is largely focusing on SUVs. Do you think that in the coming years, the focus will completely shift from hatchbacks and sedan to SUV, or do you think that yes, SUVs are here, they'll stay, but then there will be a market for hatchbacks and sedans as well?
Absolutely right. If we look at even this year, we launched the all-new Verna with ADAS and some of the best features in this segment, and Verna is able to excite the market. As we had already promised during the launch, Verna has already doubled its volume from 2,000 to 4,000 units per month, and it has become a leader in the sedan segment. So even if we are looking at increase in the penetration of SUVs,
Right.
India being a 4 million market as of now, a 33% penetration of hatchbacks still means there are 1.2 million cars to be sold. So we are very strongly focusing on all the segments. We have a very strong research team. Our product team talks to the customer, and I feel that wherever there is a need of a product, and we have always been pioneering in launching new products, new segments. Way back in 2004 when we defined the i20 with the Gets, it was a new premium hatchback segment. Then we launched the Venue. Then we also had the Creta, which is now the best SUV currently in India. So I think wherever there is a demand, we will always be there for the customers.
What according to you is the largest SUV segment in India?
No, right now if you see sub 4 meter basically is a segment which is growing almost at 59%, and we are very confident that with the coming of the Exter, right now this segment is dominated only by one player. So that's why the volume is around 10,000. But with the coming of Exter, this contribution will further increase, and I'm sure this will be contributing 20% to that particular sub 4 meter segment in the long time to come.
And lastly, Hyundai is also focusing on electric vehicles. Kona was the first SUV that got the electric powertrain in India, and then you came with the Ioniq 5. So what's the future like? Do you think that electric vehicles are here to stay, or do you think that after a certain point of time people will demand for more petrol or CNG options like in the Exter?
Actually speaking, India is largely a market which also is getting a lot of focus on the environmental challenges we are facing.
Right.
So we are not aloof from the global challenges, global crisis. In the last, we have seen good penetration of electric vehicles. At Hyundai, we have always been giving people what they want. And that's why we have started with an approach. We started with Kona in 2019. In the Auto Expert 2023, we launched the Ioniq 5, which is the World Car of the Year. But the main thing is that we are giving products which really satisfy the desires of the customer. And whereas range anxiety was one of the challenges, both with Kona with 452 kilometers and with the Ioniq at 600 plus kilometers, we have been able to satisfy those needs of the customer. But parallelly, we are also strongly approaching the market by setting up charging infrastructure. So we feel unless and until the charging infrastructure does not become ubiquitous, it may not really make sense for customers to invest in the EVs. And with the coming of various government schemes like the PLI in battery, I'm sure post 2025, there will be more acceptance of electric vehicles because the price will come down, and accordingly Hyundai will always be ready for the customers whenever they are.
Well, thank you for talking to Z News.
Pleasure talking to you.